Hello there everybody and welcome back to another Pokemon Strategy video, where again, any Pokemon can be good, some just take more effort than others. Today's Pokemon of choice is going to be Muck in all of its variations. Muck, one of my all-time favorites from Generation 1. I think on my last countdown list it was somewhere in my top 20. Actually, sold a little short, it was number 12. So, yeah. Muck is a long-time personal favorite of mine ever since Ash got his Muck. And without further ado, let's get into it. This is my first Muck. It's a Poison Touch Muck. It's got the air balloon, making it so its only weakness is Psychic until it takes a hit. The EVs here are HP and attack, both getting maxed out at 252 apiece. And the idea with this Muck is very simple. You minimize turn 1. If you have enough health after turn 2, whether they missed their attack or they didn't do as much as they hoped to do, you substitute. Then you go for a second minimize. At that point, it's a judgment call. You can either try to max out the minimize, or a lot of times I say, hey, that's good enough. Let's just Poison Jab and Shadow Sneak everything. Shadow Sneak's great because it's a priority move. Also, with the Poison Touch ability, you have a chance to poison with any contact move. So Shadow Sneak could cause poisoning. So if you know Muck's going to go down, Shadow Sneak real quick, poison the opponent. Poison Touch with Poison Jab, on the other hand, I believe Poison Touch is a 30% chance. I think Poison Jab's also a 30% chance. I might not be 100% there, but it's something like that. I think mathematically the law of averages technically comes out to about 51%. So if you're using Poison Jab on a Poison Touch Pokemon, you got about a 51% chance of poisoning the opponent. So, yeah. Minimize, hide behind a substitute, poison stuff. Pretty straightforward. And this Muck does have its Master Rank ribbon, so you know it works. Alright, this is my shiny Muck. It's a special attacking Muck from Let's Go Pikachu. The reason it's special attacking is it's got a modest nature. We have the Black Sludge on it to get some health back over time. You could easily do leftovers instead of Black Sludge. And we've got Stench, which is where anytime we do an attack, we could potentially cause a flinch. So obviously, again, much like the first, the Poison Touch Muck stacking Poison Touch with Poison Jab, we're stacking Dark Pulse with Stench, potentially, if you're fighting something that's somehow slower than Muck. But we have Sludge Bomb, we have Fire Blast, Acid Armor to help out our defense. And this works a lot better than you would think. The reason I've done the EVs into Special Attack and Special Defense is because we have the Acid Armor to work with. As you can see, even with maxed out Special Defense, Muck has so much HP, I didn't really think I needed to bother with that too much. But this one also has a Master Ball ribbon, so you know it works. Fire Blast in particular, a lot of people don't realize that Muck learns Fire Blast. I've had many a battle against a Scizor or a couple different Ice-type Pokemon, like Frostlass, etc., where people were not expecting a Fire Blast, and a Fortress was another one. So just a fun thing to throw at them from time to time. We now get to Alolan Muck. This particular Muck is one of my best competitive battlers ever. Definitely top 20, no question. Maybe top 10. It is tremendous. First things first, we have the Gluttony ability, which means we'll eat a berry when we get to 50% or lower on our health instead of waiting until... So, in the Figgy Berry's case, instead of waiting until we're in the red... Oh, sorry. Recording these at night. Instead of waiting until we're in the red to eat our berry, we lose half our health. We eat the berry, get 25% of our health back. Which, we do max HP, max attack here. Again, it's another minimize set. Minimize, substitute. You start that out the same way as the other muck. You minimize, then you substitute, and then you try to get a second minimize up. Poison, jab, and crunch. I mean, we're poison and dark, so poison jab again for maximum damage and the chance to poison. Crunch for things that you can't poison, plus you can lower something's defense. This Pokemon has won me so many battles. It won me a ton in Sun and Moon, but even just in Scarlet and Violet, we've had a couple battles. We had one comeback battle where I was fighting a Fluttermane and a Raging... Is it Raging Flame or Roaring Flame? The Ancient Entei. I think it's Raging. Let's see. Gouging Fire. I was putting Raging Bolt's name in there. Gouging Fire. And they couldn't hit us because of minimize. So just poison jab, poison jab, poison jab, we win. I've had several battles like that. I had a battle against an Archaladon. Archaladon, where it couldn't hit us and we just crunched it until we won. So, this muck has been one of my all-time best Pokemon. It's funny how often it works. I don't know what else can be said about it. It's obviously got its Master Ribbon. Adamant Nature. For all-out attack. Adamant Nature on that first muck as well. I didn't state that earlier. Then we have a variant of that same muck. This is a Chesto Resto set. Again, HP and attack. This is Poison Touch again. So the idea here is you go for minimize, but instead of going substitute, you just have minimize and crunch. When you do eventually take enough damage that you need to rest, you rest, you get your health back, and you wake up the first time with the Chesto Berry, continue crunching and minimizing. Later on, if you have to rest again, you've got Sleep Talk to again further crunch or minimize. So not as reliable as this other set, but it works. It works surprisingly well, especially if you get in against a psychic Pokemon that can't do its normal thing against you. I do like Terra Poison for all of these. You could maybe do Terra Flying for the Poison Dark Muck, since ground is their only weakness. I do like just the air balloon on this muck, because there aren't as many psychic Pokemon running around right now, at least at the time of this video. You could also do Sticky Hold if you wanted to make sure you kept your item. That might be good on this one to make sure I had Black Sludge. So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of really good things. Muck is so cool. Because it's one of those Pokemon where it's bulky enough you can use it in a normal battle. It's slow enough you could use it in Trick Room. But at the same time, it's just fast enough that you can outspeed some of the tanks. Like, it could outspeed like a Slowking, for example. So you could invest a little in the speed and be faster than something like that. It's a crazy Pokemon. It has so many options. Besides minimize substitute here, you've got Memento. You got, again, Acid Armor was on one of my other sets. Gunk Shot's an option, although, again, with Poison Touch, I like the Poison Jab better. Sludge Wave instead of Sludge Bomb. You could just straight up Toxic something. It does have Harden if you didn't want to use Acid Armor. I can't imagine why. Mud Slap if you wanted to add to the will they or will they not hit you. Rock Tomb could slow something down, again making you faster. Funny that it learns all the weather moves, pretty much. Dig I wouldn't recommend since ground is one of our main weaknesses. Body Slam to possibly paralyze something, gets all the punches. Rock Slide. I don't think Toxic Spikes is good for a Muck when you could just straight up Toxic something or use Poison Touch to begin with. It learns Giga Drain. That's an option for a special Muck. Flamethrower. Of course, I have Fire Blast on my other one. So, I mean, there's so much that Muck can do. It's such a good Pokemon. It really doesn't get the appreciation it deserves. I do think that the Alolan Muck is a tad better just simply because it only has the one weakness instead of two. And the fact that it gets access to Crunch. But both variants are amazing. And it's still one of my favorite Pokemon to this day. Like, there aren't too many more Pokemon that I'll see them in a game or on a TV show and just, it brings a smile to my face instantly. It's like, oh, it's Muck! So, yeah. And I'm very proud that I've made all 4 of these Mucks work. I do think, again, if I was going to rate them, that this Alolan Muck, the Gluttony set, is definitely the best set of the 4. But I do think that Poison Touch, the Special Attacker, and the Sleep Talker all have their moments and uses as well. We'll leave it on Shiny Muck here for a minute. But yeah, so this is the Muck episode. I've still got many, many more Pokemon to go, as you can see. So who knows what I will bring attention to next time. Plenty of Pokemon to discuss. I've actually really enjoyed using Frogadier a lot lately, so that might be a fun one to show off. Oh boy. As you can see, I have quite a few different Gargasalt sets. I even have a special attacking Gargasalt, which is interesting. It took a lot of setup, but that's an interesting one. But yeah, this is Muck. Muck's awesome. And again, as I said earlier, any Pokemon can be good. Some just need more effort than others. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see you again next time with another Pokemon in the Pokemon Strategy series. Alright, bye-bye.